Not gonna wait, not gonna wait, not gonna wait. Okay. Eon versus DroolCup. Oh, how do you spell it? DroolCup. I'm gonna make sure all these settings are proper. Once these settings are ready to rock, then I'll make sure we're good. Boom, 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 yes. Yep, yep, yep. Okay. Okay. Let's get this started. Alright, we are casting the Legion Spring Cup. This is a minor tournament of StarCraft 2. And we're going to get this game on the road. But before we do that, let's go ahead and slow this music down. As much as I like it, we're going to focus more on the game. So, alright, let me go here. Alright, so this is going to be a best of 3. This is the LJN Legion Cup series. And on the, I don't want to say bottom right, we're just going to say the right side of the screen, we got the Terran purple, pretty purple, Mr. DroolCup. On the left hand, upper left hand, we got Mr. Eon Flux. Eon Flux, the blue Protoss. Protoss is opening with the pylon built at the beginning of the base. Excuse me, not the beginning, right here at the natural, which is going to do, gateway is going to go ahead and go down. Good timing on the barracks as well. So, as a Terran player, or as the many games I've seen of Terran players play, this is about literally the same opening I think I've seen done all the time, except for a couple proxies here and there. As you can see, that probe is going to be a little ticky-tacky and start messing with these guys. But he's just going to go in there. Technically, he could probably go in there and just do a little more scouting, but I don't think he needs to, because Eons probably has an idea of maybe what's going to happen there. The SCV is going to go ahead and chase on this probe. Probe needs to be careful of dying. He might drop the pylon there to deny the natural, but there we go. So Eons is going to go ahead and go in there and verify if there's anything going on. Traditional opening, it looks like. Reaper will be coming out here in just a second. Gateway is down, and also he's got 2 on the gas for the assimilator. Reaper goes out, pylon goes down, probe goes away. And that's pretty much it. That's game. Let's call it. Let's call it right now. He lost. He lost. Natural goes down for, and this is good. I was gonna say DroolCup, just build right outside of it, and it might delay you a little bit. It's not too much, but it's enough of a delay. And Eon's here, just kind of playing games and saying, haha. He will lose the probe, but the gas is going to be stopped there. Oh, and he's building a pylon too, so maybe he's going to scare him into pulling some of his SCVs, which it doesn't look like he's going to do yet, because he's pretty confident there's not going to be any warp gate available, which is absolutely true. He's going to go ahead and let the gas finish. So right now, Eons is going to go ahead and slowly let himself build up to what he needs to build up. He's going to go ahead and probably get out in Adept, which is usually my thing of choice, and of course not, he's going to go for the Stalker, but that is a-okay, because nobody usually goes what I go for. Marine is going to go ahead and take out the gas there. So even going to try to blow it up, but unfortunately that doesn't work. Reaper, it's just a little ticky-tacky thing. The natural for the Protoss player is going to go ahead and go up in just a minute, technically 15 seconds, and the same thing with the Terran player's natural as well. Bunker is going down to verify that you don't have to worry about something coming down the front and crushing you right away. But then again, if he did build any Adepts, he would be able to fly right through here and either go into the base if he's not paying attention, or just to the background here, as that bunker is quite out in the distance. It's not going to be able to do anything. Wargate is being researched, and looks like Eons here is going to go ahead, and I was going to say a Stargate should be built, and then there he goes. He puts it down right away. Second gas going down, and the start port. So, I mean, most of the Terran games that I've seen played right now, especially in this level, have done exactly this with the barracks, factory, and starport. Usually against Protoss, I have seen Terran players go to Widowmine drop, which we'll see if that's his tactic of choice right now. Eon's got a single probe just kind of hanging out, but you don't want to do that because, every probe counts, especially these days in StarCraft 2 where the game is all about money. So right now, okay, he was waiting to build something else, so he's got another gateway going on. 2 more gateways being built, and let's see what his first thing of choice is right here. But actually, 2 Stalkers are going down here to see if they can do anything. And he is, all right. I like it. I like it. Good choice. The Cyclone is a very, very good choice to dish out some damage, especially to some Stalkers, as there is no blink, and once they lock on, it is pretty beast, especially if you go a couple Cyclones, man. Some Terran players that do that early on, it's very, very scary. Right now, no gases are taken at the natural. He's just continuing to probe up. He's got 2 Stalkers in the back line of his base, and he's going to go ahead and build these pylons. And this is a good thing to do as a Protoss player, because you want any vision that you can get as soon as possible. There goes the Oracle going in right now. He's going to see if he can do some damage. Let's see how many he can take out. Ooh, he's giving it kind of away. There we go. So he's got 1 SCV, whoa, 2 SCVs, 3 SCVs, 4, 4 SCVs going down for 1 Oracle. It was about a 50-50 split right there, so you can appreciate it. Eon's again a little lackadaisy with his probes as they are still kind of just hanging out and not doing anything. But good placement by his stalkers. He wants to make sure he doesn't miss any drop coming in. And DroolCup right now is going to go ahead and continue his build. Now, the one thing with Terran players, the scan does go down, so he kind of sees the tech choices of what's going on. He was able to see the robotics bay as well. And what I was going to say about the Terran player is that usually within, and this is the good thing about Terran, you know, and each race has its own advantage, but specifically Terran, you know, anywhere from 6 minutes to 11 minutes, there's a significant push that can come around there. The Phoenix is coming in here, and I don't know if he was trying to scout or what he was trying to do. The Cyclone with the range is going to kill the Phoenix. Well done by DroolCup. So some significant damage has been done, and right now, let's see here. So he's building another Phoenix, another Phoenix, and an Immortal is going to pop out. Eon's dropping the 3rd base. Also, will combat shields and stim will be done soon. He's got 2 Widow Mines in. DroolCup has 2 Widow Mines in production, and he's got 2 gases also being built. Eon's going to go ahead and go out and see if he can see anything, but there are 3 Marines that are scouting the stalkers here, and they're going to go ahead and move out. He should be able to take out at least 2 of these Marines, maybe actually all of them if he focuses them down, which that's what he's going to do. Combat shield is now done. And he's got another Phoenix sitting right there, which is good because this Phoenix is going to try to catch any drops that come within that area, or at least scare some away that will be there. Stim is done now in about 5 seconds. And this is an oversaturated gas, definitely a misclick from Eon's. A couple more Phoenix are being built with an additional, let's go, 3 gateways. He's going to go ahead and start transferring some probes over to his 3rd. And that's the thing, you got to pay attention to your probe count. The 3rd also is down for the Terran player, and a very nice aggressive 3rd. But I'll tell you what, if you can hold this area, then these are much easier to take as far as expansions go. And also you don't have to worry about taking that later in the game once you start taking out these mineral patches. And when you think about it, the closer you get to the opponent's base later in game, the harder it is to sometimes defend. So definitely taking this one out first will be much better. So the Phoenix, I do apologize, he missed. He caught the medevacs and the 2 Widow Mines that were associated with that. So good jobs by Eons. Definitely again oversaturated, missing some gas on both of these assimilators, and he's building an additional 3 gateways. A couple zealots are morphing out. A good, got a decent army here, but there's a nice Terran army pushing out with Marauders and Marines, a Raven, and 4 Widow Mines. And if you are not careful, and I don't think he's got blink research, he's just started doing charge. This definitely can do some significant damage if he's not paying attention to. And this is actually a good scan because now he's going to know he can probably move up the ramp a little bit, although Eons is probably going to be paying attention that this is coming down the line. So here we go. So now he's going to go ahead and go up into the base. He's going to recognize what's going on. He's going to go ahead and drop those Widow Mines. Well, he's going to not... They're a good place right there. He can catch this Immortal if he's not careful. And there he goes. He's going to get a nice shot. Nice shot. So he was even keep their Raven alive, and the Stalkers are slow due to the concussive shells. Phoenix are going to go ahead and pick up a Marauder or 2, but they're not going to really do much. And the Terran player can kind of just do some stutter stepping here and still be okay, even with an inferior army. The thing is, though, there is no charge, which is why those zealots cannot come in. He's going to lose the Cybernetics core, which no longer is going to provide him pro production. No, never mind, he did not lose it, so it's alright. So just with this small army, the Terran player was able to do some significant damage, just with that small army. The 3rd there is now going to start being saturated. He's dropping down a couple more, tech labs and reactors, double his production of units. And Eon's right now building his other cybernetic core that he... Oh no, well, that's super low in health, so probably smart move to go ahead and do that. I did miss, it looks like a drop here that happened. So the Protoss player is going to go ahead and decide how he is going to go about getting into the Terran base. Right now, level weapon is done for the Protoss player, so Eon is ahead. So technically, if he times out his attack properly and gets his units to where he wants them, he should win a fight. But the Terran player is not far behind for his upgrades as well as far as weapons and armor. So DroolCup is going to go ahead and go around and see if he can do a nice drop on the back of Eon's base. Eon still continuing his Phoenix production with a bunch of the upgrades going on right now, especially Blink. Level 1 armor is also being done. Another additional Nexus has been dropped down. And also the command center for... Oh, what am I missing over here? So there's a small little drop going on right here, and then there's a big drop coming on the back of the base right now. If Eon does not pay attention, he's going to lose a couple more probes on this and a couple pylons, which is not a big deal. Honestly, there he goes. So he's going to go ahead and take out a couple of these units that are coming in right here. Eons is bringing the rest of his army to take care of the Marauders on this side, which are not going to almost be able to take that out. So we're going to go back to the main base right now. Good control by the Terran player. DroolCup is doing a really nice job. Right now, Eons is trying to decide where he wants to stay. He's got 2 High Templars. Not with the energy, and he's gonna lose these High Templars right now. Oh man, that's a lot of gas right there. There's 300 gas to do nothing, and the Templar Archives is going down, or it might go down. Okay, it's not gonna go down, but that was a good attack from the Terran player. He definitely had the Protoss players on the ropes, or at least maybe just confusing him as far as where he wants to go and split up his army. So what you got to do definitely as a Protoss player is this: that stuff was taken out. You need to go ahead and keep the Terran player in his base. Otherwise, he's going to keep dropping, and you have to decide how you're going to split your army. Are you going to recall? And if you don't recall, are you going to do a full-on engage and do a base trade? Right now, we got the we got DroolCup coming in right here, and wow, great scout. So he sees it's about to go down now. Let's see if he can take out a couple of these medevacs. Good job retreating. Ooh, good hit there from the Raven with the enhanced shockwaves. Upgrade almost done, and Storm is now completed, and he's got a couple storms in his pocket, so he should be able to engage this army. Nice! I did not realize that he had the ghost out already. I'm focusing on something else. Well done. So we're going to see this fight here. Let's see if we can... I'm trying to use... There we go. So this fight now. Here we go to the engagement right now. The 2 ghosts are gone down here. Plenty of energy. He's going to try to catch these High Templars off guard. Oh, man. That's a lot of Widow Mines coming in here. He does not have any observers. All he's going to do is just sacrifice a couple of Zealots. But that is not going to do the trick. Again, they are trying... Nice job by holding back the High Templars. He's definitely holding back. But you got to make sure you have enough units to... kind of protect these guys. There we go. So he's using a couple storms here. I don't know. To me, that was almost a bunch of wasted storms. He should have done like 1 or 2 there. Eon's, I think, is losing this fight. Yeah, that's it. That's GG. Wow. Well, it's going to be GG. Oh, wait. Why is this? Why did this poke up? Oh, that's right. Replay shows kind of that there was a little bit of lag, and over here we missed a big drop. There was probably a lot going on here, and the drop is definitely taking out everything that it needs to. The Templar Archives is being reproduced again, so that's what that drop did. It kind of went in here and then take out the Templar Archives. It's going to go ahead and take out that. It's going to go to the 3rd and also do some damage there. And Eons right now is just kind of deciding, well, what do I do? Do I continue to fight? I don't think he can, because there's barely any money coming in for him right now, as DroolCup is just continuing to streamline units and also build a bunch of upgrades as well. This is level 2 is now started. And technically, he doesn't really need to... I mean, once he takes this out, which now he's just kind of walking around, and this was literally almost dead. This guy. Wow. Well, you know, that's okay. He didn't technically really need to take it out at this point, but still, it's kind of like, come on! It was that low! Okay, it's going to go on. Those High Templars are stuck now in position. They're not going to do anything. So, poor guy. Poor guy. That's GG. We're going to call it right now. DroolCup is going to take the first game. Excellent. Well done by DroolCup. Let's go ahead and get on out of here. Start the second game, and we'll do it good. We'll do it loud. We'll do it proud. ahead and start the second game now between Eons and DroolCup. Alright. Wait a second. Oh, DroolCup is a random player. I was about to say, hold up, what is this? So, this matchup is now going to be a PVZ on the top right portion. We got the random player from Legion. We got DroolCup. And on the bottom left portion, we got the blue Protoss from Legion as well. We got Mr. Eon. And let's go ahead and turn this stuff down so we can get right to the game and not get confused. Alright, this is fixing a little bit better now, corrected. Alright, so the Protoss player is opening up the same way that he did last time, so Eons is confident in his play versus Zerg. It looks like the Zerg, ooh, if Eons would have paid, yeah, he could have stopped a little bit more, but that is A-okay. DroolCup is like, bro, that's not going to happen. The Zerg player went ahead and went hatch first. Now he's going to go ahead and drop his gas, build another drone or two, then start a spawning pool, and start it from there. So, the gas has also gone down for the Protoss player. So Eons, in just a minute here, is going to go ahead and take that natural. Zerg is typically going to take their natural super quick, and if they don't, well, shoot, I don't know what they're doing. Maybe a, what, 12 pool? Alright, so gas is built up. You know that's going to be used for this speed, need for speed as they call it, and the third hatch, depending on what DroolCup's strategy is, and I've never really seen him play. Matter of fact, I haven't seen any of his games. This is literally my first time seeing what he does. But we'll see how aggressive he is with taking that third. He might want to see kind of what the Protoss player is doing first before he drops that third. Sometimes I have seen Zerg players take it within the 3-minute mark, their third hatch. Some wait maybe a little later, but honestly, as Zerg, usually you want to try to get those 3 hatches up as soon as possible unless you're trying to do a 2-base timing build with some roaches. So right now he's going to go ahead and continue to macro up, build up. The speed does start being upgraded. The 2 queens are being in production, and the natural has dropped also for Eons, and Eons has got his ultimate wall, as he likes to call it, unbreakable, like the movie Psych. So we'll see kind of what his strategy is against the Zerg player. Granted, he did not play bad the last game against DroolCup, against his Terran. I think just a few small mistakes were made, but overall, I thought Eon played really well, and the game technically was in his hands, or at least he was in the game. The queen right here is dropping a chalupa, and that chalupa is going to go ahead and expand its dirtiness all over this area, and then they're going to drop another one. So Protoss has built the Stargate, which is very traditional. Matter of fact, you almost can't go without it versus Zerg, but again, if you saw me play, you would see that I am very untraditional, and there it goes, around the 3-minute, actually he put it right down, I think it was like the 250 mark, so that third did go up. The speed is now about to be done at about 5 seconds, and he's going to go ahead and pop out more drones. So see, this is the cool thing about Zerg. He has scouted and looked and sending these Zerglings around areas that he doesn't want to see, or he wants to try to catch any units that are flying by. Eons right now is kind of doing very, very well, making sure that he's building these, or excuse me, making sure he's continued to do his probe production. But with that said, so 2 adepts are going to go ahead and continue to scout the map. Actually, they're going to go to the, they're going to scout the map. The Zerg is going to see where they are going, and he's also going to go ahead and try to make sure that if he does see a third, he catches it. He's going to go ahead and try to do some damage here to a couple of the drones, but he does get turned by the 2 queens. 2 adepts are going to go into the base. The Zerglings should be chasing them down. I do not think he's going to let those adepts shade. No, he doesn't. Now he's going to lose at least one of these guys, which is a shame. He didn't really have to lose them to. Oh man, the control not that good by Eons. A couple misclick mistakes that he made. Now he's going to lose them to the speed Zerglings, and that is pretty much it. He could have done maybe 1 or 2 drones, but you know, just a little bit better control. Sometimes the depths can confuse you if you're not paying attention. And the Oracle is going out in the middle of the map. The Zerglings did catch what was going on now. Also, the Observer or the Overlord there is going to pretty much figure out something's going on there. The Adept is in location to lock itself in, so the Zerglings can't run by. And the Oracle is going to go ahead and go in the base, but nothing is going to happen because DroolCup has pretty much everything that he needs and scouted everything. Or if not scouted, at least he saw these units coming by, so he's building stuff. Oh, Eon's about to lose that Oracle, and it has not done a single thing yet other than reveal some units. So he's went ahead and recalled that single unit back. He's going to go ahead and build a Phoenix, and the Phoenix is going to start taking over Overlords that are hanging out in the base trying to do a little peekaboo. Right now, there's not much of a ground army for Eons, but at the same time, there's not much of a ground army for DroolCup. But you know what? DroolCup really has not had to do anything. He hasn't really had any scares. All he's had to do is just kind of build up, drone up, and continue doing what he's doing. Yeah, he lost an Overlord. He might lose 2 or 3, but for the most part, very easy game for the Zerg player, I would say so far. And I would also say for Eons too, the Protoss player, as he hasn't really been attacked or anything happening. Definitely oversaturated, but that's okay because when he drops his third, he'll be able to move those units over. And the drone count is still low for the third of the Zerg player. So technically pretty even still. Building another Oracle, hopefully trying to get a little bit more damage done as 2 Oracles kind of wreaks havoc on some drones. So let's see what we got going on here. Right now the Phoenix is moving across, kind of sees what's going on, and he's got it in patrol mode to make sure that he doesn't miss anything. The Oracle over here also sees the Zergs, and he's going to try to use that. I don't know, he should just bring some units. There you go, I was going to say, just bring 2 Adepts, tell those bad boys what's up, and let them know. Now they're going to move. The Adepts are going to go ahead and check this out, see if they can get in there, and oh my goodness, he lost the probe. We got to hand it to DroolCup, not letting that probe go out there so he can do any expansion as of yet, and that delays him a little bit more. So right now the Protoss player is dropping his third around the 650 mark, and he does have Hydra speed. Now he's going to get range. Eons is going ahead and checking out and verifying what else he needs to look at, what else he's going to be looking for. Macro hatch has dropped down, so Eons double expanding which at this point is a little risky because these Hydras are out, and he has not built up that much of a ground army. I actually think that Immortal is stuck right there, which it looks like it is. He's going to go ahead and build up a few more Zealots, and this is going to be the hardest base to hold because he would have been better off to build it here because, you know, the Zerg would have the high ground right there. So unless you have a significant ground army to kind of go in there and do some damage, or not, excuse me, not damage, but defend, it's going to be extremely hard. DroolCup's going to go ahead and morph in a couple of banglings. He's got the Hydra speed coming in right now, and he's going to be able to take down this base pretty easy. I mean, I don't really see... There you go. So he's going to go ahead and cancel that. He's got the 2 Oracles in the middle of the base, thinking that he's going to go ahead and do some damage with them, but I don't think he can. I think he's got to keep him with his units. A lot of Zealots, I do believe... Oh, yep, no, I was going to say he has not started charge yet, so his charge is super late as well. So these Hydras are going to be... this is... He can't do much against these Hydras. These are slow Zealots, and even though he's got the Oracles right there, he's about... Oh my god, he lost one right there, and that was the high health one. He's got the low health one right there. He's going to lose the other expansion that just finished morphing. Tons of Banelings here. This is game. Unfortunately, Eons did not have the unit composition that he needed to have, and he did not move out fast enough. As a matter of fact, he did nothing to the Zerg player to try to cause him to play differently. Right now, the Zerg player didn't have to do anything but just macro up, and then after that, go. And I think Eons knows the mistake that he made. He probably just realized it was a little too late to make a couple of the transition, because look at all these gateways that he dropped. The thing is, though, too little too late. He would have been better off just to establish this instead of trying to put this down, because that's 400 minerals he could have used on upgrades or just other units to help push and protect this area. Right now, you already know Zerg has made their expansions. They've already moved out. They've already got the units that they need. So right now, all they're going to be doing is just doing upgrades, and they can easily kind of move around the map if you're not paying attention, especially at the creek's bed, which is actually not that well, it's not the worst, but not that great. And finally charge finished up. But at this point, I mean, at what cost? You know, there's really nothing there. Those banelings are doing the damage that they need. He's going to go ahead and lose that, and the 2 immortals are going to get shot down. Although DroolCup says, no, man, I'm going to wait for some more units, and I'm just going to let you suck up your 2 base dry. 2 Colossus are going to be popping out, but again, Eons really needs to decide kind of what he wants to do here. Then again, he is also dropping a Spire. As a matter of fact, not dropping. The Spire is almost done. The Infestation Pit is there. This is going to be some serious business, and the Hive is in production. So DroolCup, I think, is just playing it uber safe, and technically he doesn't need to. He could win this game automatically. He's got 4 banglings right here. My God, it's almost like he's trying to toy with Eons. So, and there's a lot of probes in there. And I think what DroolCup is going to try to do is distract Eons from looking at the Overlord that's coming in the back. A slow Overlord coming in with some 4 banglings that pretty much can destroy almost every probe that's over there. Templar Archives has dropped. Thermal Lance is going to be finished. And Storm is just about done as well. So DroolCup again playing it safe. So he's dropping the banglings right now. Here they go. Let's see how many they take out. Oh, 9, 10, 13 probes go down. That stinks, man. That stinks. Eon's really in a hard place. Could these small units do what they need to do? Well, if you watch the cinematic opening to Legacy of the Void, they just might, but I don't know if they're going to be able to do it right now with the units the way they're going. He's going to go to pull those bangs back. He's got a good couple storms going off right now. Man, this is what I'm talking about. If Eon's actually had a better ground army, even though DroolCup is in this many bases, I'm telling you, he would have won this game. I really believe Eons could have won this game. GG, well done, DroolCup, man. Well done, DroolCup. That was a good game. So I'm gonna go ahead and stop this stream. That way, we know that it was just these guys that played. And again, well done by DroolCup and Eons. That was a good game, and I think Eons could have probably also won at least one of those games there. The first game for sure, I think he could have won it. The second game, I think he was just getting confused with what he wanted to do versus Zerg, but overall he didn't do a bad job. He actually did quite well. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and pause this stream and then start up the next one for the next series.